Welcome to Lucky Naresh Physics channel. I am Naresh Babu, Physics faculty. Students, in this session, I am going to discuss about dimensions of physical quantities, dimensional formula, dimensional equation, and dimensional analysis and its applications in the chapter Units and Measurements. See students, we have 7 fundamental physical quantities. You know that. What are they? One is length, mass, time, temperature, current, intensity of light, amount of substance. For these 7 physical quantities, I will represent dimensional formula. Look at here. See, for length starts with the letter L, so I will take L. Look at here, L. For mass, M. For time, T. For temperature starts with T, so you will take T? No, you have to take unit of temperature as dimensional formula. What is the unit of temperature in SI unit? That is Kelvin. So you have to take Kelvin as dimensional formula. That means you have to take letter K. Okay, so for temperature, Kelvin. Then current. What is the SI unit of current? Ampere. I will take ampere. In ampere, starting letter A, that letter I will take as dimensional formula. Look at here, ampere. Okay, and intensity of light. Intensity of light SI unit candela. So I will take CD. Next, amount of substance mole. Okay, so that's about dimensions of fundamental physical quantities. See, by using these fundamental physical quantities dimensions, we can derive dimension formulas of other physical quantities. I will show you. Look at here, dimensional formula and dimensional equations. See, for suppose I want to find dimensional formula for velocity. Look at here, velocity. Velocity means displacement by time. See, displacement means it is like a length. So, L, for length, L is a dimensional formula, and for time, T. Okay, I will take for time T. So, I can write L T power minus 1. Okay, if I move T to the numerator, we will get T power minus 1. So, I can write in terms of M, L and T. How? M not there, but I can write M power 0. M power 0 means 1. So, M power 0, L, T power minus 1. So, I got dimensional formula for velocity by using fundamental physical quantities dimensions. Okay, like that I can derive other physical quantities. For suppose, if I want to derive dimensions of work done. Okay, see, work done equal to, before deriving dimensions of work done, I will derive dimensions of force. Look at here, for force, what is the formula for force? Mass into acceleration. Okay, for mass, capital M. For acceleration, LT power minus 2. Okay, acceleration LT power minus 2. How I got? Acceleration means rate of change in velocity. That is V by T. For V, LT power minus 1 by T. So, you will get LT power minus 2. So, for mass, for force, I got MLT power minus 2. Now, from this, I will derive work done dimensions. How? Look at here. For work done, force into displacement. For work done, force into displacement. So, for force, what is that? Dimensions, what is the dimensions of force? Just now I derived, that is MLT power minus 2. Okay. For displacement, that is also length. So, into L. So, what I will get? I will get ML square T power minus 2. So, for work done, I got dimensional formula, that is ml square T power minus 2. So here, representing dimensions for physical quantity is called dimensional formula. And what about dimensional equation here? See, if you represent physical quantity in terms of dimensional formula, left side what you have? You have physical quantity. Right side what you have? You have dimensional formula. So that entire equation is called dimensional equation. For suppose, look at here. For velocity, what is the dimensional formula? Lt power minus 1. Okay. Velocity is a physical quantity that equal to its dimensional formula. So that whole thing gives dimensional equation. And also here see, for force you wrote mlt power minus 2. Force is a physical quantity and its dimensional formula we wrote with the help of is equal. So this entire one gives what it will give? It will give dimensional equation. Like that, for work done, see work is a physical quantity. Its dimensional formula ml square t power minus 2. Look at here, W equal to ml square t power minus 2. Okay, so here left side we have physical quantity. That means left side we have physical quantity. Right side we have dimensional formula. That equation represents dimensional equation. Okay, students. So next we will discuss about dimensional analysis and its applications. Now dimensional analysis and its applications. Students, we will not add or subtract dimensions of two different physical quantities. For example, we will not add velocity and acceleration. In the same way, we will not add velocity and mass. So here, we will not add or subtract dimensions of two different physical quantities. But we will multiply or divide dimensions of two different physical quantities. Example, see, for velocity, we will write displacement by time. See, this displacement and time have different physical quantities. But in final quantity, that is velocity, we will get dimensions, that is Lt power minus 1. In the same way, another example I will show you. Look at here. For pressure, force by area. See, we represent pressure with two different physical quantities. That means by dividing two different physical quantities. That is force by area. For force, what is the dimensional formula? That is mlt power minus 2. And for area, L square. So here, L and L square cancel means what we will get? We will get m L power minus 1 t power minus 2. Okay. So here we will multiply or divide two different physical quantities. In the final result, what we will get? We will get dimensions of that physical quantity which is by dividing or multiplying by the other physical quantities. Now checking the dimensional consistency of equation. When did you say an equation is dimensionally consistent equation? For that, you should know about principle of homogeneity. What is meant by principle of homogeneity? In mathematical equation, if all the terms have same dimensions, that equations follow principle of homogeneity. Again I am repeating, what is meant by principle of homogeneity? In mathematical equation, all terms should have same dimensions. It's called principle of homogeneity. Look at here. For suppose, I am taking example here. You know that energy, that means total energy equal to sum of the kinetic and potential energy. Look at here. E equal to half mv square plus mgh. See, for dimensions for E, that is E equal to m L square t power minus 2. Then what about dimensions of kinetic energy? Half mv square. See here, half is constant. For constant, there is no dimensions. Here, for m, mass, that is m. for V, Lt power minus 1 whole square. So if you distribute this square to the both L and T, what will you get? You will get m L square T power minus 2. We will check for potentiality also. For mgh, for mass m, for g acceleration due to gravity, that is Lt power minus 2, for h L, so what will you get? You will get ml square T power minus 2. So in this equation all terms have same dimensions. So this equation follows principle of homogeneity, and this equation is true. So such a true equation is called dimensionally consistent equation. If that equation is not true, is called dimensionally inconsistent equation. See, every dimensionally consistent equation follows principle of homogeneity, but converse need not be true. That means every dimensionally consistent equation may not be correct physically. How? Look at here. For suppose, if I take kinetic energy equal to, for suppose, if I take kinetic energy equal to 7 by 3 mv square. 7 by 3 mv square. Okay. So, here it is false equation. You know that. Why? You know that. What is the equation for kinetic energy? That is half mv square. But I took 7 by 3 mv square. But here, according to principle of homogeneity, it is true. But it is not consistent equation. Why it is not consistent equation? Because it is false equation. See, according to principle of homogeneity, all terms in the equation should have same physical quantity. See, here K equal to 7 by 3 mv square. LHS and RHS term have same physical quantity. But here it is false equation. So it is inconsistent equation. Look at here, we will check now. See, for Ke, what is the dimensional formula for kinetic energy? That is ml square T power minus 2. And for RHS, if you check, means 7 by 3 mv square. So 7 by 3 is constant, for that no dimensions. For mass m, for v square, what will you get? Lt power minus 1 whole square, that equal to ml square T power minus 2. So here LHS and RHS have same physical quantity. That means as per principle of homogeneity, it is following principle of homogeneity. But it is false equation. So it is dimensionally inconsistent equation. Here the dimensionally consistent equation follows principle of homogeneity. But converse need not be true. That means dimensionally consistent equation may not be correct physically. For that I showed you the example here. From these two examples, E equal to half mv square plus mgh follows principle of homogeneity and it is true equation. So it is dimensionally consistent equation. But here K equal to 7 by 3 mv square follows principle of homogeneity, but it's false equation. It is dimensionally inconsistent equation. Now deducing the relation among various physical quantities. Look at here. See, here, if time period of a simple pendulum t equal to k into L power a g power b, then deduce the expression for time period. See, where L is length of the pendulum, g means acceleration due to gravity. Now we will deduce the expression for this equation. Look at here. Given t equal to k into L power a g power b. Dimensions for LHS term, that is time, I will write t equal to m power 0, L power 0, t power 1. Okay. Then I will write dimensions for RHS term. K into L power a g power b. Okay. For k, there is no dimensions for constant. and for L dimension is capital L whole power A. For acceleration due to gravity G, that is LT power minus 2 whole power B. Okay, then what you will get? You will get L power A, here L power B. Okay, that is L power A into L power B, L power A plus B into T power minus 2B. So I got dimension formula for RHS. See, for first one I will take like equation 1, and for second one I will take equation 2. Now I will compare dimensions of equation 1 and 2. See, compare equations 1 and 2. Dimensions of equations 1 and 2. Okay. Now I will compare L. Dimensions of L from both LHS and RHS. Look at here. L power A plus B equal to L power A plus B equal to L power 0. From that what can I write? A plus B equal to 0. A plus B equal to 0 means A equal to minus B. Now I will compare dimensions of time period in two equations. That is T power minus 2B equal to T power 1. So what I will get? Minus 2B equal to 1. From that B equal to minus 1 by 2. If B equal to minus 1 by 2, then A equal to what? A equal to 1 by 2. Okay, so I got B equal to minus 1 by 2 and A equal to 1 by 2. Now I will substitute these values in the given equation T equal to K into L power A G power B. Look at here. Now T equal to K into L power A G power B. That equal to K into, okay, K into L power A. What is L power A? That is L power A plus what I need to write? 1 by 2. L power 1 by 2. Okay. Into G power B. B what I got? B I got minus 1 by 2. So I can write K into L power 1 by 2 by G power 1 by 2. So here I wrote G power minus 1 by 2 in the denominator, that is G power 1 by 2, L by G whole power 1 by 2. Whole power 1 by 2 means I can write in terms of root, that is K into root over L by G. So I got the expression for time period, that is T equal to K into root over L by G. So I deduce the expression for this dimensional equation, that is T equal to K into L power A G power B. Now dimensional constants and non-dimensional constants. What are dimensional constants? See, quantities which are having both dimensions and constant value are called dimensional constants. Example, if you take speed of light 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. It has constant value and it also has dimensions. Look at here. See, speed of light C equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. And what about its dimensional formula? That is LT power minus 1. In the same way, you can take universal gravitational constant, that is G equal to 6.7 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square kg power minus 2. See, here universal gravitational constant has constant value and also has dimensional formula. Look at here. See, its dimensional formula for Newton, I can write mL T power minus 2. For meter square, I can write L square. For kg power minus 2, I can write m power minus 2. Okay, then what I will get? m power 1, m power minus 2, that is m power minus 1. Okay, L into L square, L cube into T power minus 2. So here universal gravitational constant has constant value and also dimensional formula. Now non-dimensional constants. What are non-dimensional constants? See, some quantities having only constant value, but they doesn't have dimensions. What are they? Look at here. The value of pi, 22/7. Okay, and if you take relative density, see, relative density has only constant value. For example, relative density of copper, that is relative density of copper, you can take 8.9, that is you can take 9. So here relative density has only constant value. It doesn't have dimensions. So that's about non-dimensional constants. Students, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe and click the bell icon for all notifications. Thank you.